The Clokus family has ruled football. Running backs, quarterbacks, receivers, but as defenders, total disaster. Ever since Jonathan Clokus Sr. embarrassed the whole family trying to play cornerback, this has been an offense-only bloodline. Enter Mike Clokus, brother to NFL receiver Jonathan, trying to break the Clokus curse. And there wasn't a better guy to do it. Starting his senior year in high school, while most in his family have been 3 stars at best, Mike was the first 5-star prospect in the family. Standing at 6'4", weighing 240 pounds, he was determined to be the best linebacker in college football history. Claim that OG ticket in the comments, and here we go. Mike was the most gifted prospect in his family by far. The only problem? He knew it. When choosing our top 10 schools, to Clokus, it was about what school he wanted to go to, not what one wanted him. Of course, we choose all 5 stars, then throw in LSU, Penn State, Clemson, Texas, and Oregon. As the number 9 prospect in the country, nothing below a 4-star school would so much as sniff our list. Our coach tries to give us some advice ahead of our first game as a senior, but once again, Mike doesn't care to listen, especially because our ego gets pumped up by Coach Smart from Georgia telling us he will be pursuing us heavily. It wasn't an official offer, but we want to show up the other bums on our team, so Clokus posts on his socials that Georgia is his new top school, even if we didn't really mean it. But Mike has done a lot of talking. Now he had to back it up in his first high school game of senior year. As advertised, Clokus was a menace. He had a great eye for tracking down ball carriers, and even when our opponent made their way into the red zone, no running back was getting by Mike's big body. Well, there were some areas he could improve, such as pass coverage and block shedding. Don't tell Clokus that. I don't think his ego could take it. After a game where we bullied the away offense, Clokus led the team in tackles and wasn't surprised to see the offers start pouring in. Mike didn't even open the letters. We weren't going to any of these schools. Call us when a top program sends an offer. And we knew that would only be a matter of time, as national rankings revealed Mike was now the number 1 prospect in the country, the highest rank any Clokus had ever received in high school. After facing a run-heavy offense last week, we would be facing an air attack next, and Mike had to impress, as some Georgia scouts would be at the game. What they were most concerned about was how we looked defending the pass. Unfortunately, this is where our weakness got put on full display. We were a heavy hitter, a run stopper, but Clokus looked a little lost with the ball in the air. We had a fine game, and still left with the win, but didn't make any number 1 prospect in the country plays. It was good enough to bring in a slew of small offers, but not good enough to impress Georgia. I know we'll still likely be hearing from them, but it was disappointing. We played well in the next game, leading our team in tackles for loss and getting some hard hits in, but we still dropped to the 26th ranked player in the country. Fortunately, that was enough to bring us our first real offers, as Oregon, one of our top 10 schools, invited us to be a Duck. With 2 games left in our high school career, I knew Mike would have his pick of the lot upon graduation. Comment down below where we should go, and it's on to next week.